Hello everyone, this is part 8 of What If Naruto Was Betrayed and Goes to Outworld, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and to like, to subscribe, and check out the playlist, to see more comment down below. Now let's start the intro.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Imagine Shang Tsung's voice in the first MK movie. It has begun. There was a flash of lightning in Outworld near the old Coliseum, where the previous MK tournament was held, where Shao Kahn was defeated by Liu Kang. The lightning flash faded, and Raiden, Shiva, Katana, Jade, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Molina, Ino, Sakura, Kakashi, Hinata, and Naruto were there, ready to carry out their mission of participating in the tournament and eliminating Kotal Kahn. "Follow me," Raiden said to them. He walked towards the Coliseum, with the rest of the group following behind him. Naruto asked him, "Hey old man, so how does this tournament work? You know, like, who goes first? It would do you well to show respect to those who deserve it, young warrior," Raiden said with a little disdain. "Sorry," Naruto said to him, "my respect is earned, not given." "Have I not earned it yet, young Uzumaki?" Raiden asked curiously. "All I've seen you do," Naruto began, "is teleport. I can do that too. Nothing really worthy of respect so far." "I understand, young one," Raiden said. "I honestly believe that the world needs more people like you. I have great faith that you will do us all some good, Toad Sage. As far as how the system works, the proctor for the tournament will choose the combatants, or choose one and the chosen will challenge another. Generally, both participants are chosen. Is there killing allowed?" Sakura asked. She had walked up a little and had been listening the duration of their conversation. "Indeed there is," Raiden told her. "Although it is not seen after every match, it is often." "So," Kakashi interjected, "we just have to take everyone down." Goody. By the time their conversation had ended, they had arrived at the entrance to the Coliseum. The place was absolutely enormous, easily standing 8 stories tall. They entered the waiting area, where they saw other Earthrealm warriors waiting to go out to the battlefield. There was Johnny Cage, Sonya Blade, Jax Briggs, Jackie Briggs, Cassie Cage, Takeda Takahashi, Kenshi, Kung Jin, and Liu Kang. They all saw Raiden and the rest of the group coming towards them. When they finally arrived, Liu Kang bowed to Raiden and said, "Greetings Thunder God, it is good to see you." "Likewise, Liu Kang," Raiden replied. "How are the preparations for the tournament faring?" "So far so good," Johnny interrupted. "We just saw the Outworld group pass by not too long ago. They went into a different holding area." "Thank you, Johnny Cage," Raiden said to him. "Everyone, I have brought us reinforcements." Raiden waved a hand towards Naruto and the rest of the group. However, the moment Molina, Katana, Jade, and Shiva, Scorpion, and Sub-Zero were spotted, Jax yelled out, "What the hell are they doing here?" "Do not worry, they're with us now," Raiden said calmly. "I can vouch for them. I have witnessed multiple events that prove that they are now on our side. Thank the Elder Gods, because they are an important asset to us all." "Hey guys," Naruto waved to the rest of T Earthrealm team. "My name is Naruto Uzumaki, pleased to meet you all." "Damn," Cassie thought. "Red trench coat, armor, sword, spiky blonde hair, whiskers, yeah, I gotta get me some of that." Cassie stuck out her hand. "Sergeant Cassie Cage, Earthrealm Special Forces. It's a pleasure to meet you, Naruto," she said with a sultry smirk. This did not go unnoticed by Johnny. "Already hitting on the boy, huh? I thought you might. I guess we'll see if he's good enough for you." Jackie walked up to and also stuck her hand out. "Specialist Jackie Briggs, Earthrealm Special Forces. It's an honor to work with you, Naruto." Naruto shook her hand as well with a smile. "Oh damn, okay, that smile got me hooked on you, boy. Give me some," Jackie thought. Jax, however, saw the look his daughter was giving this strange boy and said with authority, "Get your damn hands off my daughter, boy." He yelled out gruffly. Naruto looked at him a little confused. Jackie hadn't let go of his hand, and had now held it in both of hers. Jax had enough. He walked forward and threw a punch at Naruto. Naruto, unfazed by the threat, he had faced threats a million times worse than this after all. He simply pulled one of his hands back and grabbed the oncoming metal fist with his own. Jax was shocked. No one ever blocked his hits before. Dodged, sure, happened all the time. But actually blocking it at full force. Never done before. Until now, anyway. Hey, Naruto began, I didn't do anything wrong, mister. So if you're going to go about things like this right off the bat, then you and I are gonna have problems. Don't try to hit me again, understand? Jax, upset that someone had blocked his shot so easily, was enraged. He brought back his other fist and launched it at Naruto's face. Naruto ducked and threw a punch at Jax's ribs. It was one of the most painful things he had ever experienced by far. That blow was like 4 Goro hits at the same spot at once. Jax gasped for air as he fell to his knees, holding his ribs where he was hit. Naruto looked down at him and said, "Are you done now?" That was ridiculous behavior. Quote. Naruto looked at Raiden and said, "If this is what all of your Earthrealm warriors are like, so impulsive and predictable, then yeah, we have a problem." That's my daughter, you asshole, Jax wheezed out. Naruto looked at Jackie and then back at him and said, "Okay. But why did you attack me?" "Because you were getting fresh with her." "Dad, stop it," Jackie scolded her father. I shook his hand. "Really? Why are you always so defensive?" I saw the look in his eyes, Jackie. Jax said as he stood up. He pointed an accusing finger at Naruto and said, "I'm watching you, boy." Yeah, Naruto said. Just then, a loud, deep noise of a blaring horn sounded off. Once, twice, 3 times. "It is time," Raiden said to them all. "It has begun." Kotal Khan sat in his throne in the middle of the arena. He watched as the 2 groups came in on either side of the Coliseum. On the left side, all of the members fighting for Earthrealm arrived. And on the right side, all the members from Outworld and the Netherrealm arrived. They stood behind 2 giant rock pillars that held 2 huge ogres at bay. 3 Oshdek warriors were at each chain that were holding the 2 beasts back. Their purpose: if one of their own was out there fighting and was in a bad spot, and one of their teammates tried to go out there to help, the ogres would be free to destroy the rest of the group. Kotal Khan stood up on his throne. Devora was on one side, while Quan Chi was on the other. He announced out loud so all the people in the Coliseum stands would hear, "Citizens of Outworld, I welcome you all to the beginning of Mortal Kombat." The crowds cheered and yelled out so loud that it was deafening. It is, as always, Earthrealm against our own. However, this time, we have allied ourselves with the mighty Netherrealm. We will win this tournament for the glory of Outworld. More cheers and yells throughout the crowds. Then they all started cheering out, "Kotal. Kotal. 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 Kotal." Kotal Khan simply basked in the glory of the people of Outworld. "Make no mistake," he resumed, "by the time this tournament is over," he pointed at the Earthrealm defenders, "Earthrealm shall fall." "What a load of crap," Johnny said. "I can take this guy on any day of the week." "Shut up, Cage," Sonya said to him. "You know you want this baby," Johnny said. "You know, like we used to have it. Just because we divorced doesn't mean." "Shut up," Sonya said again. "Whatever," Johnny surrendered. Kotal Khan yelled out, "Let Mortal Kombat begin." The crowd stood up in their stands and went wild. For the first match, Kotal Khan called out, from Outworld, Baraka. The Tarkatan general walked out to the center of the arena. He held up his hands in the air as the crowds cheered for him as well. Naruto heard Molina growl. He looked at her and said, "Molina, love, what's the matter?" "That filthy traitorous beast is the one who led the attack on me back in the invasion of your village," she said. "What? Really?" Naruto asked. Molina nodded. "Even though he is Tarkatan, I would never forget his face. He served under my father, and then under me, then he betrayed me, causing me to lose the throne to the Oshdek Full. Damn you, Baraka." Naruto was pissed off like no other now. He remembered the shape she was in when he helped Tsunade heal her. That, all of those severe injuries, were caused by that low-life fucker out there in the field right now. Without warning, Naruto walked out to him and yelled out, "I challenge Baraka to Mortal Kombat." Kotal Khan laughed out loud at the blatant challenge. "Ha ha ha ha. Impudent child, you stand no chance against the might of Outworld's general of the Tarkatan forces. Baraka, do you accept the challenge?" Baraka just looked at Naruto with a hungry gaze. "Fresh meat," he said. "Very well," Kotal Khan said. "The first match is Baraka versus Naruto." "You ambushed Molina," Naruto said to Baraka. Baraka revealed his arm blades and yelled out, and I will do so again, boy. Naruto popped his neck. Not on my watch. Kotal Khan yelled out, round 1, fight. Baraka charged at Naruto. He jumped up and on his way down tried to impale Naruto with one of his arm blades. Naruto stepped to the side and kicked Baraka away. Baraka turned around, snarled at him, and charged again. Naruto kicked Baraka away again. Baraka got on his feet and yelled at Naruto. Whack. Somehow, Naruto had teleported right in front of Baraka in the middle of his defiant roar and kicked him away again. Dude, Naruto said, is this really all you got? I'm bored. Baraka snarled and shot a blade spark at Naruto. He ducked the energy projectile and disappeared again. Baraka looked around and sniffed the air. He couldn't get a hold on Naruto anywhere. Suddenly, Naruto jumped out of the ground right in front of him and performed a roundhouse kick that hit Baraka square in the jaw, sending him flying 20 feet away. Naruto brushed the dirt off of his shoulder and said, come on motherfucker, show me what the fuck you got. You got the balls to hit a woman, you better have the balls to face her man. Baraka got up and said, what are you talking about boy? Man, you are really slow huh? Naruto asked. I said, if you hit a girl, be prepared to face the man she's with. Are you saying that you are with Molina? Baraka asked incredulously. Ding ding ding. Naruto said, well, what do you know, it looks like ugly over here really does have a brain. Naruto made the, come get some, gesture with his hand and said, you mad about it? Then do something. Aarrrrrrr. Molina is mine. Baraka yelled out. Baraka charged forward again, arm blades ready to tear Flash apart. You never learn, Naruto said. He waited until Baraka was right on him before he made his move. Baraka lunged forward, so very close to Naruto's chest, that there was no way that Baraka could miss his target. The blades sunk into Naruto's chest. Baraka's fists were touching Naruto's body, and his arm blades went all the way through. Ha ha, not so tough now, are you boy? Baraka cried triumphantly. Then, Baraka realized something. Baraka had stabbed this idiot straight through his chest. But there was absolutely no blood at all. Anywhere. Figure it out yet. Naruto said to him. You're not really him, are you? Baraka yelled out. Wow. Naruto yelled. This guy really is smart. Shadow clone kamikaze. BOOM. Baraka was blown back 50 feet from the point-blank blast. Luckily for him, this shadow clone was just meant to blast away, not blow up to where it would cause death. Clapping was heard from the smoke. As it cleared, the real Naruto sat there clapping his hands slowly. He looked dead at Baraka and said to him, congratulations. You lasted against my shadow clone for about 2 minutes. You really suck, you know that. Naruto wins. Kotal Khan shouted with disdain. Round 2, fight. Naruto smirked at Baraka. My turn. Naruto created 5 shadow clones that surrounded Baraka on all sides. Allow me to introduce to you one of my very first taijutsu techniques, he told the Tarkatan general. All 5 of the clones hit him one at a time, hard. Baraka had never been hit this hard before. Each hit stunned him stupid. Each clone that hit him upwards that with each hit, he rose higher and higher into the air. N.A. Whack. R.U. Whack. T.O. Whack. With that last kick, Baraka was sent up flying into the air about 10 feet. The real Naruto appeared above him in midair and hit him with a brutal axe kick that sent him straight to the ground with breakneck speed. Whack. Uzumaki barrage. BOOM. As the dust cleared, Baraka slowly got up, a little dizzy. Kotal Khan was furious. He knew what this meant. Baraka had lost. Terribly. There wasn't even any contest whatsoever. And now, he had to say it, to one of his own men. He got up slowly and said loudly, finish him. Naruto looked at Baraka with murder in his eyes. For nearly killing my woman, Naruto said, you will suffer a very incredibly painful death. He held up his right armored hand as blood-red demonic chakra surrounded it. No one except the Kyuubi Jinchuriki or one with a special seal can handle the Kyuubi's chakra without dying. He placed his armored hand on Baraka's chest, and the demonic chakra was absorbed into Baraka's body. At first, there was nothing. Then, Baraka's body began to tremble violently. He let out a scream that would have woken the dead, as his body literally began to cook from the inside out. His skin melted off of him. Melted. Next, his muscles melted off of the bones. This whole process took about 30 seconds or so. Baraka's skinless, muscleless skeleton fell to the ground in a heap, jaws open in a silent death scream. "Don't fuck with my woman," Naruto said before he walked off towards his group. Naruto wins. Kotal Khan yelled out angrily. Fatality. When Naruto got back to his group, Molina hugged him tightly and said to him, "Thank you, my love. I've been wanting that scum dead for a long time." "Don't worry about it, love," Naruto said. He lightly kissed her forehead. "No one messes with my girl and gets away with it. The next fight will be." Kotal Khan yelled out. Ino versus Ferra and Torr. Ferra was riding on Torr's shoulders as they walked out to the arena. Ino walked out too, although a little nervously. That guy was enormous. "Give him hell, Ino," Naruto yelled out. She felt better with his words. Because of that, she couldn't help but smile as she walked out to the arena with a little extra sway in her hips. "Blondie gonna be break," Ferra yelled out at Ino. "Shut it, you stupid troll lover," Ino said as she pulled out a kunai. "Torr no troll, Torr big boy now," Ferra cried out angrily. Round 1, fight. Ino decided to make the first move as quickly as possible. She performed a hand sign and yelled out, "Mind transfer jutsu." The jutsu wasn't hard to complete, it's not like they were trying to get away from Ino. Her body slumped to the side, motionlessly. Ferra cried out and said, "Yeah. We win, Torr. Woo." Just then, Torr grabbed one of Ferra's legs and swung her around like a Ferris wheel. Torr slammed her on the ground really hard once, twice, 3, 4 times in a row before he finally let go. Ferra was unconscious. Ino woke up and sat up, looking at her handiwork. Torr looked around, totally confused as to what had just happened. "What an idiot," Ino said out loud. "That was the easiest fight I've ever had in my life. Seriously, shape up, you retards." Apparently, Torr did not like that word. He suddenly charged forward at Ino with renewed rage. "GGRRRRRRRRR. Oh shit," Ino said aloud. She barrel rolled out of the onslaught of the troll-like man just in time. "This one's faster than he looks." Torr charged at her again, but this time, Ino was ready. She barrel rolled out of the way again, and as he was still charging forward, she threw a kunai with an explosive tag on it to Torr's back. The surprising pain of the kunai getting thrown into his back was enough of a reality check to shake the troll-like man to come back to reality and out of his rage haze. He looked around to see Ino just staring at him, smiling. He charged forward again, but then Ino made a ram sign and said, "I got this move from my man over there." She channeled chakra and said, "Boom. BOOOOMMM." Torr flew forward from the blast, directly at Ino. She smoothly dodged the oncoming brute and his form rolled away almost 100 yards. By knockout, Ino wins. Flawless victory. Kotal Khan yelled out again, albeit very reluctantly. Just how powerful are these people? Kotal thought to himself. How strong are they really? Is my entire plan in danger of being utterly destroyed by these people? Kotal Khan was furious as to how, so far, the Outworld forces were being dominated with hardly any trouble at all. Being the Emperor of Outworld came with a lot of responsibilities requiring different skills, one of them being able to restrain from expressing your emotions. So far, he was doing okay at that last one. On the outside, he was for the most part calm, but on the inside, he was absolutely furious. He stood up, and, because of the Mortal Kombat rules that the Elder Gods put in place, he had to continue the tournament, regardless of how much he just wanted to send out his entire army to destroy the Earthrealm forces. However, he had to continue. The next match will now begin. Kotal Khan called out. Sakura. Sakura, with a face showing only determination, walked out to the arena. She walked up the short flight of steps leading to the center of it and stood still, facing straight at Kotal Khan with every ounce of defiance she had. Kotal Khan saw this and thought to himself, "So, the girl with the strange hair wants to openly attempt to embarrass me. Very well. Your opponent will be," Kotal Khan smiled to himself, "Devourer." Devourer smiled to herself as she stepped down from her spot next to Kotal Khan and walked with a slow sway of her hips towards Sakura. "The hive will taste your flesh this day," Devourer said in her weird voice. Sakura put on her gloves and said, "I kill bugs every day for fun. This one will kill you instead." Kotal Khan sat down on his throne and said, smirking, "Round 1, fight." Sakura ran forward, faster than Devourer had expected. She hit the bug queen hard in the chest, knocking her back about 10 feet. You see, I know a little about insects, Sakura said with a smirk, and I know that their skeleton is on the outside. So, I don't have to try very hard to crush your bones. You'll be easy to break. Like I said, I kill bugs every day for fun. Devora was very angry now. She threw out her hand and shot out some acid straight towards Sakura's face. On instinct, Sakura rose her arm to defend her face from the harming liquid. The acid splashed all over her arm, and it burned. Ah! Sakura cried out, eyes shut in anguish. She tried to heal her arm as quickly as she should, but Devora didn't allow her to do so. She raced forward and uppercutted Sakura really hard. Sakura flew up in the air, and Devora performed her X-ray attack on her. Sakura fell to the ground, but before she hit, Devora unleashed a huge torrent of insects to knock her back up high in the air again. Devora flew up and, using one of her stingers, stabbed Sakura in her lower back. Using another, she stabbed her in the shoulder, not going to say it was in the head, which is what her X-ray attack does, but that would basically kill her, then, using her 2 stingers as leverage, pulled herself in towards Sakura and delivered an absolutely brutal double kick to Sakura's spine. Sakura cried out in agony as she hit the ground. Sakura! Naruto cried out. He wanted to go out there and help, but then he remembered what they said about the huge ogres. He could only look on in anguish as he watched his teammate get pummeled. Sakura reached behind her to heal the wound in her lower back. Luckily, the puncture wounds did not go straight through her body, she would have been as good as dead then. She healed it enough for it to be a very bruised area. She heard Devora walk closer to her, and then she decided to make her move. Right when Devora was close enough, Sakura, while still trying to get up, reached out and grabbed her ankle. She stood up and flipped the bug queen around in the air and shouted, "Cha!" Devora had never been hit that hard before in her entire life. She flew back at least a good 20 feet or so. She wasn't hit that hard earlier when Sakura had first hit her, so what changed? She sat up, a little worried now. Not even Goro hit that hard. She looked up to see Sakura running at her with ninja speed. She tried to stand up to fend off the attack, but Devora was just too damn slow for a ninja. Sakura jumped forward and cocked her fist back like a baseball pitcher. If Devora looked closely, she could faintly see that there was a pink aura around her fist. She had no idea that Sakura's X-ray move was going to hurt her worse than she had ever imagined. In midair, Sakura shouted, "Shanaru!" Bam! The chakra-covered fist from Sakura hit Devora square in the chest. Devora's ribs were completely shattered with the one blow. Devora flew back like a rocket. However, Sakura was still running at ninja speed. She was pumping every ounce of chakra she had throughout her body. She knew she was going to lose this fight, she could feel the poison coursing through her body, but damn it to hell if she wasn't going to at least break this freak's bones to dust first. Sakura ran as fast as she could and went behind Devora to intercept her. Devora was incoming fast, so Sakura channeled every bit of chakra she had left in this one last roundhouse kick. She jumped up and spun around and yelled out with everything she had, "Cha!" You could hear the bones and exoskeleton of Devora crack and break once Sakura's kick connected. Devora was sent flying back towards the center of the arena. She rolled on the ground and skidded to a halt right in front of Kotal Khan's throne. Sakura fell to one knee and grinned to herself. Healing those wounds she received courtesy of Devora's stingers hurt like a bitch, and it took most of her chakra to heal them. Thank goodness she knew medical ninjutsu, otherwise she would probably be dead right now. She had won against the weird bug lady. Sakura wins, Kotal Khan said through clenched teeth. He was getting very tired of this. His best general, his second in command, however good of a fight she had put up, still lost. This was unacceptable. Round 2. Fit. Devora got up and shot torrent after torrent of insects at Sakura. Sakura's eyes widened, there were so many. How could she dodge that many? There had to be at least 1,000. Thinking quickly, she hooked an explosive tag on a kunai and threw it at the oncoming cloud of insects. Timing it just right, Sakura held up the ram sign and yelled out, "Take this, bug bitch." Cha! There was a huge explosion, and the cloud of insects were eradicated. Devora was furious to have so many of her children killed in one fell swoop. She flew towards Sakura, yelling in her native language. She tackled Sakura to the ground and all 4 stingers came out. She stabbed Sakura multiple times in her shoulders and arms, rendering them near useless. Sakura cried out in pain with every stab. Devourer backed away from her, smiling to herself. Devourer wins. Kotal Khan said, smiling to himself. Final round, fight. Sakura got up and healed her wounds to where she could move them again. She threw 2 kunai with explosive tags on them as best as she could, but, her arms still severely weak and not completely healed from all the stab wounds, she clearly missed. The explosions were close enough, however, to give Sakura a little more time to heal. She healed her arms a little more as she thought to herself, I'm in big trouble here. I'm a close-range fighter, and she's definitely a long-range fighter. Damn, those fucking stinger things fucking hurt. And this poison is making me slower. Damn it. Sakura threw a smoke bomb to obscure Devora's view of her, which bought her a little more time for her to heal. A giant bee the size of a chair flew through the smoke at blazing speed and stung Sakura in the shoulder. Sakura screamed out in agony as the bee rose high in the air, lifting her up as well. Sakura stabbed the horrid creature with a kunai, killing it. Right before they hit the ground, Sakura turned the bee to where she landed on it, giving her a slightly softer landing. However, that was all Sakura had, that was her last shot. By this time, the smoke had cleared and Devourer walked through towards Sakura, who rose up slowly, slightly dizzy. No, Naruto said. Kotal Khan smiled greatly as he stood up and looked at his second-in-command and pointed at Sakura, finish her. Devourer smiled as she walked a little closer. I told you the hive would consume you, Devourer said to Sakura. Sakura, already realizing what was going to happen, but far too weak to stop it, accepted her fate. She looked at Naruto and her friend Ino and mouthed the words, I'm sorry. Devourer unleashed 2 of her stingers and shoved one through her chest and the other through her head, reaching out far behind her. One stinger had Sakura's brain while the other had her heart. Sakura's body twitched involuntarily. Devourer violently yanked her stingers back and grabbed the 2 vital organs and smashed them together, destroying them. Sakura fell to the ground, dead. Kotal Khan yelled out with exuberant pride, Devourer wins. Fatality. NNOOOOOOOOOOO. Kotal Khan looked at the Earthrealm force to see Naruto staring at him with pure bloodlust. Haha, do you see now, young Uzumaki? Kotal Khan said to him. This is what lies for you and your friends. You stand no chance against the might of Outworld. Red, fiery chakra exploded from Naruto's body. He looked at the Khan with unbridled hatred. He pushed past by the 3 Oshtek guards holding the ogre at bay. You have violated the rules of the tournament by leaving your group. As punishment, you have sentenced your group to death. Oshtek, release your ogre. Kotal Khan yelled out. The 3 guards holding the huge, 30-foot-tall ogre broke the chains holding the great beast. The ogre yelled out with a bloodthirsty roar, spittle flying from its mouth. It looked at all of the Earthrealm defenders with a hunger-crazed look. It was about to attack, but then a huge broadsword cut through one of its legs. The beast fell to one side, missing the bottom half of one of its legs. Naruto, covered in a blood-red chakra cloak, jumped high in the air, wielding the sword. Remember, it's the one that Cloud used in the beginning of Advent Children. He landed on the ogre's chest, driving the blade through its throat. He yanked the blade one side from the creature's throat, halfway decapitating it. The beast gave out a huge gurgling sound as it choked on its own blood. Naruto swung the huge blade the other way, severing the other half of the creature's throat, completely severing the head. He stuck the blade in the creature's chest. He jumped down off of the corpse of the creature. The Earthrealm group, even Raiden, was shocked at the extreme power and ease that Naruto just killed the great beast with. Even Raiden would have a hard time with. Ino was completely shocked at the sight of her losing her best friend. She just fell to her knees and silently cried. Yoao! Naruto said to Devourer, you killed my friend. My teammate. You killed her. I'll kill you. He clapped his hands together and yelled out, Wood style, Wood dragon. Kotal Khan and Devourer felt the ground underneath them shake violently. Quan Chi, standing on the other side of Kotal's throne, simply smirked evilly and disappeared in one of his green portals. Kotal Khan grabbed Devourer and ran away from the immediate area. He was just in time too, because the ground where they were just at split apart and burst, and the jaws of a huge wooden dragon snapped shut, just missing its 2 targets. The dragon suddenly split apart into several tendrils of wood and launched themselves towards Kotal Khan and Devourer. Naruto held his hand out, guiding the wood tendrils, much like Gaara would with his sand. You aren't going anywhere, fuckers, he said along with Kurama. He released the jutsu and the wood just stopped. Naruto turned into a pillar of fire and disappeared. He reappeared in another pillar of fire in front of Koatl and his second yelled out, water style, tidal wave. He swung his arm wide and a huge wave of water, from out of nowhere, appeared and washed the two back towards the center of the arena. Naruto disappeared in another pillar of fire and reappeared in another one not too far from them. He slowly pulled out the katana on his back. What is he doing? Hinata had asked. He has never used that before. Kakashi stared ahead in pure rage as he answered, I don't know, but those two will die. Naruto drew the blade out dramatically slow and then held it in front of himself, laying the blunt side in his hand. He held it up in the light for them to see. However, the two were looking at his eyes, which were crazed with hatred and bloodlust. This sword is one of my favorites, but I only use it for those that I haate. Naruto roared. The sound wave from his roar blasted them back 50 feet. Naruto smiled, his fangs clearly visible. His lips were blackened, whiskers very dark and prominent, and his eyes were completely red, no slits at all. Just blood red. This sword traps the souls of its victims, and those souls are destined to suffer for the rest of eternity. I carry your own hell in my hands. And the best part, it has the ability to resurrect its victims for me to slaughter again, and again, and again, and again. Another roar and they were blasted back again. He sheathed the sword and stared at them. He said to them, but first, I want to introduce to you a very good friend of mine, he's been with me since the day I was born. Kakashi, instantly realizing who he was talking about, yelled out to him, no Naruto. There are way too many innocent people here. Naruto looked at him with hate in his red eyes. I don't care. They killed Sakura. Theeyyykkilledherrr. Naruto threw his head back as he roared with fury, hatred, pain, and heartbreak. The skin off of Naruto almost instantly melted off of him and was covered entirely with dark, blood-red energy. He fell to all fours, and a semi-complete skeletal structure of a fox popped out of his body, and 6 blood-red tails swung out from behind him. His now purely white eyes narrowed at his 2 targets. His jagged mouth opened wide to reveal whiteness inside. He stood on his haunches as his 6 tails surrounded his opened mouth. Instantly, chakra gathered in front of him and condensed itself into the size of a pea. Monster Naruto swallowed it and aimed right at Kotal Khan and Devourer. Naruto roared as he shot the Bijudama straight at them. Luck, however, was against Naruto though. Kotal Khan and Devourer were surrounded by a mysterious green energy and was lifted into the air and out of the way of the energy projectile just in time. Ermac had gotten him out of the way of certain death. We will not allow our emperor to come to harm, Ermac said. Kotal Khan looked at his Outworld warriors consisting of himself, Devourer, Ermac, Reptile, Kano, Kintaro, Motaro, Eren Black, Cyrax and Sector, Cyborg Style, Sindel, Ferra and Torr, Cabal, Striker, Moloch, and Nitara. He pointed at Naruto and the rest of the Earthrealm defenders and yelled out, kill them ALLLLL. With a huge roar, the Outworld forces charged at them. Monster Naruto just smirked, his red and white face looking even scarier than before. He stood up on his rear legs and performed the ram sign and roared. The 6 tails form dissipated, and Naruto was back to his normal self, still clad in his red trenchcoat and his armor. He was still extremely pissed off. He teleported back to his group, mainly right beside Molina. My love, how are you faring? Molina asked him, placing one of her lovely hands on his cheek. Looking at the oncoming horde of Outworld warriors, he told her, not good. I'm struggling to keep control. Tell me something, Molina. He looked at her with a deadly serious gaze. Do you want your throne back? Of course I want my throne back, she told him. Why do you ask? Naruto told her, now's your chance. Naruto took off towards Kotal Khan, katana drawn and ready to kill. You want your throne back? Naruto asked Molina. Of course I do. Molina retorted back. Looking at the oncoming horde, Naruto said to her, now's your chance. Naruto, Ino stammered with teary eyes. Sakura, she's. I know, Naruto said to her with sad eyes. We'll make sure that every damn one of them dies for it too. Every last motherfucking one, I promise you that Ino-chan. Ino, they will not go unpunished, Molina said to Ino. Kotal Khan will fall this day. That insect fuck belongs to me. Ino said with a rage and sorrowful voice. She took away my best friend. Melt her fucking mind, Ino, Naruto encouraged. But for now, he pointed at the oncoming horde. At some point they had called on the entire Tarkatan army. They had easily filled half of the entire Coliseum. With a collective roar, they charged at the Earthrealm forces. Kotal Khan yelled out, destroy them all. Satisfy your hunger. Molina said with fury in her voice, he dare uses my own army against me. They have an army. Naruto said. No problem. Naruto made his signature hand sign and yelled out, multi-shadow clone jutsu. Multiple puffs of smoke later, the other half of the Coliseum was filled with Narutos. Destroy them all, they killed Sakura. The Tarkatan horde charged at them at full force. They were all met head-on with the shadow clone forces. Blood, gore, and puffs of smoke filled the entire arena. Naruto turned around to the rest of the Earthrealm forces and told them, okay, listen up you guys. We are going to split up and flank them on either side. Those of you who can teleport, you will be with me and we will go their rear. Those of you can fly, you will attack from above. My shadow clones will attack at the front and overwhelm them. Any questions? What makes you think that you can defy the rules of the tournament? Raiden asked angrily. Fuck the damn tournament, Naruto replied. They killed one of my best friends. They are going to die. The Elder Gods have. I said fuck the Elder Gods and the damn tournament, Raiden. Naruto yelled at him. If you are so damn uptight about following their rules, guess what? They gave me a task to kill Kotal Khan, tournament or no tournament. So, I'm taking this son of a bitch down. You happy now? If what you say is true, then yes. I do not want us to be on the opposing side of the Elder Gods, Raiden explained. They gave me back my parents, Naruto said. I'm not going against them for no damn reason. Now, Raiden, I need you to go back to Konoha and get Tsunade, we are gonna need her ridiculous strength. I understand, Raiden said. I will return shortly. A flash of lightning later and he was gone. Hey Naruto. A new, and yet familiar, voice said aloud. Naruto turned and saw Kiba Inuzuka, charging at them. He had allied himself with Kotal Khan. Are you fucking kidding me? Naruto yelled out. Kiba. Hinata said, surprised. He turned traitor against us. It doesn't fucking matter, Naruto said. He looked back at the dead ogre he killed moments ago and eyed his broadsword still buried in its chest. Naruto raised his hand towards it, and the sword disappeared in a swirl of fire, and reappeared in Naruto's hand. He placed it on his back and said, the fucker's gonna die anyway for what he did before. This just makes it official now. I don't mean to rain on anyone's parade here, Johnny Cage said, coming up behind them, but aren't we supposed to be getting ready to fight those dudes coming our way? Ermac was seen floating his way over the battle of the Tarkatan horde and shadow clones. So far, it was an even battle. The shadow clones would fade out of existence with one hit, but the Tarkatans didn't last long against their skills either. Ermac landed about 30 feet in front of the Earthrealm force and said to them all, we are Ermac. We are many, you all are but one. Your abilities pale before us. Jackie walked up to him and said, you little piece of shit, I owe you for what you did to my dad. We took your father's arms, Ermac retorted. We will take all of you. Just as Ermac began fighting against Jackie, Kiba, along with Akamaru, jumped over them, heading straight forward Naruto, claws and fangs open wide. Die Naruto, he yelled out. I'm the alpha now. Naruto closed his eyes. Then, just before Kiba and his partner could land their attack, he opened his eyes wide to reveal his Mangekyo Sharingan. Kamui. Kiba and Akamaru disappeared in a swirl of wind, transported to another dimension entirely. Naruto closed his eyes and reopened them again after a few seconds, his eyes back to normal. You always were weak, dog shit, Naruto said to himself. What did you do with him? Ino asked him. I transported him somewhere that only I can access, he explained. I'm saving his traitorous ass for later. Right now, we got bigger fish to fry, and I'm fucking hungry. He walked forward towards the oncoming Outworld forces. He first met up with Ferra and Torr, while the others passed him to attack the remaining members of Earthrealm. You here make trouble, Skinny. Ferra said in her high-pitched, whiny little voice. Grr, trouble make you. Shut the fuck up and die already, Naruto said, hefting his broadsword off of his shoulder and holding it at the ready. Ha ha ha, let's play Torr. Torr rushed towards Naruto, Ferra yelling encouragingly. Naruto, faster than Torr or Ferra could see, rushed towards them first. He jumped up in the air and kicked Ferra off of Torr's shoulders, sending her flying back from the brutal kick to her jaw. As Naruto landed, he ducked the swing of Torr's massive arm. He unsheathed one of his hidden blades and stabbed Torr in his ribs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times before Torr swatted him away like a fly. Torr grunted in pain as he tried to regroup with Ferra, who was still completely dazed from Naruto's kick a second ago. Naruto, used to taking such huge damage and coming back for more, blocked his path once again. Torr, simple-minded and angry as usual, tried to charge at him again, intent on crushing the red-cloaked man with his sheer weight. He jumped up high and did a belly flop stance and began to fall, sure that gravity would do the dirty work for him. Naruto jumped back and made a hand sign and yelled out, wood style, wood spike. A huge wooden spike 10 feet high and 3 feet in diameter sprouted from the ground at an amazing speed. Torr, unable to dodge, landed right on the tip of the spike. The spike protruded from his back as Torr slid halfway down the spike. Torr grabbed the spike, desperately trying to push himself off, a futile attempt. After about 10 seconds or so of the great beast-like man struggling, it was over. His blood soaked the spike as it ran down the remaining length of the sharpened wood, and it collected at its base. Torr, no, Ferra cried out. She then looked on in fear as she saw Naruto walk towards her. He sheathed his blade back in its holster on his lower back as he said, guess I won't be needing that after all. He reached down and grabbed Ferra by the throat as he held her up. She desperately tried to break his grip on her, but she always relied on Torr to do the dirty work. As a result, she was just too weak to do anything. Not like she could do it if it were any different anyway. You and your entire pathetic little play group, Naruto said to her, you all killed my best friend. You will all pay for it. With your blood. Goodbye you little rat. Naruto closed his eyes again, then reopened them to once again reveal his Mangekyo Sharingan. He looked at her as he said, Tsukuyomi. Ferra screamed and flailed around wildly. After about 3 minutes of the mental torture, Naruto dropped the girl, dead from the stress that had stopped her heart. Walking back towards the Outworld group who passed them, he said to himself, let's see who's next. Raiden appeared in the Hokage's office in a flash of lightning. Surprised, Minato jumped up on his desk, 2 of his special kunai in hand. Seeing who it was, he relaxed and jumped down from his desk and said, good Lord Raiden, you scared me. What's going on? I am afraid I bring you sorrowful news, Raiden said. Minato looked horrified. He said to him, don't tell me. Your son is fine, Yondaime, but Sakura Haruno has been killed in combat. Naruto and the rest of the Earthrealm forces are fighting them all as we speak. Naruto requests the aid of Tsunade Senju. Damn it, Minato said, fists clenching. Another one dead under my time. Damn it. He looked up with fierce determination in his eyes as he snapped his fingers. 4 Anbu appeared at his side in an instant as he said, summon Tsunade. She must be here, and be ready to transport to battle. Tell her it's to revenge her apprentice. Go. Hi. Jackie threw a brutal punch to Ermac's face, but was blocked by Ermac's green telekinetic energy. He lifted her up and threw her back about 10 feet. He continued to walk to her and he said, it was enjoyable that we were able to defeat both members of the Briggs family. As we said before, we will take all of you. Gotcha. Jax grabbed Ermac from behind and suplexed him to the ground with earth-shattering force. Ermac's ribs broke from the impact, then Jax picked him up and put him on his shoulders and pulled his legs and upper body down hard, breaking his ribs further. He then slightly tossed him up and forced Ermac on his knee, cracking his spine, Jax's X-ray attack on MK9. He then tossed him to the side as he said, how do you like that? Jax ran to his daughter and helped her up. You okay? He asked. Yeah, I'm fine Dad, Jackie responded. That bastard took your arms. He's gonna pay for what he did to you. Damn right he is, Jax said to her, but you, little lady, are gonna sit tight and rest. I'll take over from. Jax was thrown aside by Ermac's power. Dad, Jackie yelled out. She looked back at Ermac and raised one of her arm cannons. She shot one off, and the plasma beam hit Ermac square in the face. Ermac rose to his feet, slightly dizzy. Jackie walked up to him and punched him in the face with her armored gloves several times. She then hit his stomach, his broken rib cage, his thigh, and then did a huge uppercut. Ermac tried to get up again, but Jackie hit him in the gut, hard. Ermac spit up blood as he fell to his knees. Jackie hit him one last time to make sure he was too dazed to do anything. She then grabbed his shoulder with a firm grip. She raised her fist and cocked it back slowly. She then yelled out, "Ha!" Her fist went straight through Ermac's skull as if it were butter. She slowly withdrew her arm, fist covered in gore. He fist exited the whole of what was left of the man's head with a loud squelching noise. She slammed his head to the ground and then stepped on it, smashing the remainder of his head to bits as she said to the corpse of Ermac, "I told you, you were gonna pay for what you did to my dad, you son of a bitch." She wiped her foot on the ground and moved on to her next target. Molina faced off against Nitara, the vampire queen. "Your blood, half Tarkatan and half Edenian. It must taste so good," Nitara teased her. Molina spun her sigh around as she said, "I will rip out your throat." "Ha ha, come to me then, my darling." Molina threw an energy sigh at her foe, but Nitara flew in the air. Nitara dived toward the Carnum of Outworld, only to find Molina had suddenly disappeared. Then 5 copies of Molina appeared from multiple puffs of smoke. Each one threw tens of energy sayas at Nitara in quick succession. Nitara was too slow to dodge them all. Even though they were just energy projectiles of her weapons, they still left the puncture wounds. Nitara had wounds all over her body now as she fell to one knee, trying to nurse the one that was in her stomach. "Must feed, to hell," Nitara muttered. All of the copies of Molina puffed into pillars of smoke. The real Molina came in from behind her and walked around her over and over as she said to Nitara, "I'm so glad that my man gave me a special seal that allowed me and all of his women to use chakra," she said to Nitara in a sultry and yet deadly voice. She was about to get blood, and was excited. "I'm even more impressed that he taught us all how to use the shadow clone jutsu, it really does come in handy. As I said before this even began, I will rip out your throat." Molina, using her clawed hands, grabbed Nitara's throat as she dug her nails, claws in deep. Blood ran down the vampire queen's throat and almost exposed chest as Molina ducked deeper and deeper. Finally, Molina literally ripped the vampire's throat out, with blood spraying everywhere. Nitara fell on her back as she tried to desperately cover the wound, blood seeping through her hands. As the life from her eyes faded, she whispered out something terrifying. Shush, shao. Back. Nitara died from blood loss right then and there. "What did you say about my father?" Molina yelled at the corpse. She then kicked the dead body and walked away. The cyborg forms of Cyrax and Sector were now facing off against Scorpion and Sub-Zero. "How the Lin Kuei have fallen," Sub-Zero said in his masked voice. "No, the Lin Kuei have risen above all others," Sector said to them both. "You, Kuai Liang, simply refused to join us in becoming stronger. You have grown weaker because of your enhancements," Sub-Zero said. "Every part of you is now a weakness that can, and will, be taken from you." Fire surrounded Scorpion as he stared at the cybernetic Lin Kuei soldiers and shouted, "Kin Kuei scum." Cyrax retorted with, "Be quiet, Shirai Ru dog. Your inferior clan is dead. You will join them." Scorpion yelled out. Sub-Zero, ice covering his body and shattering violently, told the Lin Kuei cyborgs, "You will feel the sting of winter." That will be it for this video. If you want more, comment down below, like, subscribe. And see you guys later.